What is going on, buddy?
Hello!
It is Pixapartners here, and welcome back to Last Defense Academy.
That was stupid.
Yeah, it was. When we left off, we've gone way back in time as the comedy route. That's done. It's dusted. It's all in the past from here. Now we're going to move forward with other stuff. We're just going right back as we do, cleaning the timeline. Seems like this is the last big decision that changes things drastically, which is when we had the sponsor. Remember that? Back inside the school on like day 16 or 17. And instead of
when things seemed way more dire and tragic and stuff.
Yeah, but instead of dodging in that whole business, we're going to go ahead and fight back. I also think we might have the book at this period of stuff, because that was never even touched on in any of the last stuff we did. Remember Tsubasa finding the journal, the cursed journal from the library? Not Tsubasa, Darumi. Yeah. And so maybe that'll come into play in this whole situation.
Do we have it here?
I think so. And if not, that's a real waste of having just a thing over there that isn't touched. I do think it was early on enough where we would touch it here, but time to fight back against the sponsor.
There's been so many things going on, I don't remember what's where anymore.
Honestly. But keeping my attacker in sight, I adjusted my balance.
Alright.
I let my momentum carry me forward and kicked their leg as hard as I could.
How'd you like that?
How'd you like them apples? Figure in the suit lurched and fell, the power saw clattering to the ground.
There.
I take the saw. I cut his head off. I didn't waste any time. I grabbed the weapon and brandished it in front of me.
There you go.
Duh.
Now it's my turn.
Oh my god.
I raised the deadly spinning blades and brought them down on my Oh my god. We actually are doing that. Only for them to dodge out of the way at the last second. All right.
You won't get away.
Wow, he actually just straight up went and tried to kill.
Oh my god.
They were sprinting away in the opposite direction now. I tightened my grip on the power saw and ran after them. I couldn't afford to let them escape. If I took my eyes off them for even a second, they'd melt into the darkness and I'd be at their mercy again.
I could have sworn
that happened.
Oh my god.
Could have sworn what?
I could have sworn this would have gotten him killed, but no, he's the
fucking,
maniac now.
Exactly. He's the Jason Voorhees. He's the Michael Myers.
Oh my god.
The power saw was weighing me down though. I'd never catch up like this. There was only one thing to do. Where this person was, I had to stop them.
You gonna throw it?
I mean, it's super heavy, so you shouldn't be able to. Yeah, you just kind of threw it away. Tossed the power saw into a nearby bush and broke into a sprint.
You gonna fucking tackle them?
My chest was tight from how hard I was pushing myself. My legs were so tired they were practically numb. But I didn't stop. I couldn't give up now. I cleared my mind and ran. Little by little, I was catching up to my quarry.
Your quarry?
He's already in the mindset of a killer. A few feet more and I'd be right on top of them.
Where did they go?
They're right there, dummy. Then I saw them. They were running toward the Academy's main entrance with a sense of definite purpose. That's not good. I put on a last desperate burst of speed, but it wasn't enough. They got ahead of me and made it through the doorway. Damn it, no! In the darkness, I hadn't noticed where they were going until it was too late. Now, thanks to my carelessness, the school's safety has been compromised. I have to hurry!
Because they could be anywhere now.
I ran into the school following the strange figure's footsteps. I hadn't given up on chasing them yet.
Good.
If only you could remember that secret room. The person in the black suit continued to run around the school. They moved confidently, almost like they already knew their way around. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Just where are they going anyway? I'm still having trouble closing the distance between us. Then they turned a corner and I lost sight of them. Where did they go? No one answered my question. The only sound in the lonely hallway was my own voice echoing. They can't have gone far. I need to keep this up or else they'll escape completely.
Oh man.
I checked every hallway, every classroom, every locker I could find. But the mystery assailant wasn't in any of them. They probably used the cover of darkness to slip out of the school unnoticed. That, or they were still lying in wait somewhere. I continued my systematic search until I arrived at the boys' bathroom on the second floor. The window was wide open and there was muddy footprints all around it. They must have escaped through here. It's the only thing that makes sense. Who in the world was that? More importantly, is Hiruko okay? What about the others? I turn to leave and go check. Oh. And all of a sudden, I felt like the inside of my head was getting turned inside out.
Oh.
And then... We're inside a bathroom. There's no sky above our head. I blacked out abruptly, as if a plug had been pulled somewhere in my mind. How many days are we going to skip?
Oh, boy.
No? That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. I'm trying to remember what happened before this. Like what the sitch is, you know?
Well, you know, it is difficult when you go way back in time like that, but we were having these little, like, energy lethargy issues beforehand. And the cursed book, I believe, is still part of everything here, but I need better glasses right now. Oh god, this is hurting my eyes.
This is how I see the world.
Oh no. My conscience slowly but surely drifted back from the dark depths that it had fallen into.
And then that's how you see the
I
world.
opened my eyes and found myself looking up at a familiar ceiling. It's my room. I remember now. Last night, Hiruko was attacked by someone in a weird suit in the biolab. I chased after the attacker, but I lost them. And then I blacked out. Wait a minute. If I passed out, how did I get back here?
Yeah.
I don't remember a thing. Did someone carry me here? And come to think of it... Hiruko, is she okay? Did anyone else get attacked? That's right. There was a thing going on with her, and then she
biolab.
She wasn't talking about... Well, this is even before that situation, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah.
No.
Actually, wait.
We chased them.
That's right. I was thinking
They
of...
jumped out of the window, remember?
No, I remember. I was thinking of the other timeline where when we woke back up, Hiruko acted like she had no idea what was going on afterwards.
Yeah.
But that was all a different route, so... There's too many facts to keep track of, but... I reflexively sprang out of bed, but then... The moment I tried to move, a sharp pain shot through my entire body. I guess I did push myself pretty hard last night. I even jumped out of a second-floor window.
You did.
I don't think I broke any bones, but it still hurts. Looking in the mirror, I was covered in cuts and bruises. It's no wonder moving around hurt so much.
You're running on adrenaline.
Even so, I couldn't just stay put and recuperate. There are too many questions I needed answering. I fought through the pain and made my way to the cafeteria.
Whoa.
Arriving in the cafeteria, I did a quick head count.
I think that's everyone.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Why is my count? Because...
There's the twins.
13. We'd be 14. There should be... No, Ato was 15.
Yeah.
Was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13. We makes 14. We're all here. Okay, yeah.
If only you had kept going.
Even Hiruko... Listen, I want to do it for myself, too.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just pat my own back. Even Hiruko, the one who had been the most worried about... Oh, thank you. Allie patted my back. Looked fine.
You could probably hear it in your voice.
Yeah. Seeing them all there, eating breakfast like nothing was wrong, I gave it a sigh of relief. Thank goodness. Everyone's okay.
Hey! Morning, Takumi. What's the matter? You look all out of breath.
Well, I... Wait, don't you guys know what happened last night? Didn't Hiruko tell you?
Huh? Something happened last night?
Did they really not know? How could they not have noticed all the running around and glass breaking? Moko, can you get everyone together for me when breakfast is over?
You seem real serious about this. All right, leave it to me. In the meantime, you should eat too. Try to relax a little, okay, hun?
Sure, thank you. I left the rest
Mom
to Moko and tried not to panic as I wolfed down some food. A little later, everyone gathered around a table at Moko's prompting. Is this going to take long? I think I'm heading for a sugar crash.
What did you eat?
What'd you get for putting a ton of chocolate ice cream on top of your donburi?
Oh. You wanted to talk to us about something, Takumi?
Yeah, it's about last night. He got right into it and began explaining what happened. But something wasn't right. Wait, where did Hiruko go?
Oh.
Hey, where's Hiruko? Wasn't she here a moment ago?
Oh yeah, she said she wasn't feeling well, so she went back to her room.
Huh? Being on a disgusting tardigrade like me probably made her queasy.
Hey, tardigrades are cute.
That could be a problem. Without her, I can't...
What, can't get off? Did you get
Jesus
bored
Christ.
of harassing Nozomi and found another girl to set your grubby little hands on? How many innocent maidens will you corrupt before you're satisfied? How indecent, and yet how intriguing. I demand you tell me more.
What are you guys talking about? Anyway, that's not the point. I'd prefer to have Hiruko around so she can back up my story, but I can't exactly go and drag her back here. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll just have to do the best I can on my own. Alright, it's a long story, but here goes. I recounted the events of a previous night so far as my memory of them would allow. Naturally, I started with the strange figure who attacked Hiruko with a power saw. From there, I talked about how we both jumped out of the biolab window, me chasing the attacker after they lost their weapon, only for me to lose sight of them. I just listened in open-mouthed amazement. They probably didn't know whether to believe me or write the whole thing off as a fever dream. That just about covers it. That music doesn't, it doesn't fill me with confidence.
Are you serious? All that really happened last night? Hold on, I need a minute to take all this in. My brain kind of short-circuited after you brought in the maniac with a power saw.
I don't get what's going on either. That's why I wanted Hiruko here so she could fill us in. Damn, none of the rest of us realized all that was going down. The biolab's walls have surprisingly good soundproofing. For some reason, you did a good job making it through this ordeal alive, Mr. Sumino.
Yeah, you're a total champ, Takumi.
It's kind of scary, though. Just imagine what might have happened to Hiruko if you hadn't been there. Even if this maniac had made mincemeat out of her, we could have just fed it into the revive-o-matic to bring her back.
Don't talk about it like she's a sausage filling. Besides, there's a little what that machine can do.
Yeah. But what were you doing in the biolab at that hour, Takumi? How can you not remember? Woo!
I can only assume you were drugged or sleepwalking. If you're not making all this up, that is. What, you think I'm the one who attacked Hiruko? I'm just speaking hypothetically. Honestly, I don't see how attacking our teammates would benefit you, so I'm not entertaining the idea too seriously.
We won't be able to say anything for sure until we get Hiruko's side of the story. Maybe it was some kind of shape-shifting enemy? I mean, there's no one else in this school apart from us.
Listen, we're not gonna find the secret of the mimicking here or anything, guys, you know what I'm saying? No, I think I'm gonna go enough.
Well, I
that
mean,
was
one
it.
of the commanders is shapeshifter.
And the invaders always show up in huge swarms, not one at a time.
Then does that mean the attacker was one of us?
No, that can't be.
But we're already been getting threats. What if more freaky stuff starts happening after this?
Just like that, the whole room seemed to frost over. Everybody looked uneasy. Hold on a minute, I didn't mean to make it sound like that. But now the possibility's out there, and you can't deny it. Not unless we all have solid alibis, or if we catch the real maniac.
So, there really is a traitor among us?
Among us!
There is always only one truth, which means, who was it exactly?
This isn't good. At this rate, everyone's gonna start getting paranoid. What can I say to calm them down? Before I can think of anything, Darami. Darami, who'd been silent throughout the conversation, suddenly began to tremble all over.
Oh, never mind. Girl's
Oh my god,
gargling.
I heard her fucking frothing at the mouth.
That is dedication. Dedication to voice work.
Oh my god.
There's a murderer in our midst, a notorious serial killer. This is the kind of twist I've been waiting for.
It was like a dam had suddenly burst. Darami's deranged laughter filled the room.
A serial killer hiding in a group of students. Only someone with a severely unsound mind would come up with something like that.
Friendly messages, serial killers, power saw maniacs. I can't take this.
Yeah, this is so cool. Let's go crazy and start killing each other. God.
Maybe we should let Miss Mia handle the killer. You know, fight fire with fire, or in this case, maniac with maniac. If we need a sacrifice, I'll volunteer. But it might be so useless even the killer won't waste time on me.
So we're just assuming all this stuff about a killer is true now? I can't keep up.
Guys, please, let's not get paranoid. But from now on, if you have to walk around alone at night, be careful. Might be a good idea to keep our infusers with us too. Then I'll be ready to fight back if the killer tries anything. I'm gonna go see what I can do about fixing the biolab window. It'll be a good chance to investigate the scene too. Thanks, sorry for the trouble. I'll go see how Hiruko's doing. Let you guys know if I find out anything new. Everyone nodded in agreement and the meeting broke up. She's fucking dead, Jim.
No.
First of all, I need to talk to Hiruko. She said she's not feeling well, but hopefully it's nothing serious.
Jim!
Just as I was about to leave the cafeteria.
Oh.
Darami? Darami? You're still here?
Seems like that diary was the real deal after all, huh?
There it is.
Yep. Don't worry, Takumi. I won't say a thing. It's our little secret.
Laughing creepily to herself, Darmy skipped out of the cafeteria. I hadn't mentioned the old diary to anyone either. It wasn't exactly a credible source, and I didn't want to risk making everyone even more paranoid. I really need to go talk to Hiruko. Pulled myself together and made my way to the dorm rooms on the roof.
Ding dong.
Huh?
No good, huh? I rang Hiruko's doorbell, but there was no reply. Didn't sound like anyone was moving around inside either. I was reaching around toward the bell to ring again, but thought better of it. She's probably sleeping. I feel bad for disturbing her. For the events of last night, I was still pretty worried, but I decided to leave Hiruko be for now. She's fucking dead. She's so dead. I'll ask her later. I've still got plenty to do in the meantime.
Why would she be
Reluctantly.
dead?
I don't fucking know. I'm just throwing it out there. She ain't weak. She doesn't like to show weakness. This is out of character. Reluctantly, I turned away and left to attend to other matters. I already knew where my next stop was going to be.
It's probably why she didn't announce where she was going.
This is where I chased the killer around last night. At the time, it had been too dark for me to make out very much.
It looks like Star Wars.
But I had a general idea of where to go. Let me find that power saw. It should be around right around here. A little bit, yeah. I began to rummage around in the grass and shrubs searching for something I left behind last. Oh yeah, get that shit. It took me a while, but I eventually found it. Here it is! Haha!
Nice.
This is what I've been looking for. The power side taken from the killer and thrown in the bushes during our chase. Why the fuck they had that? Where they got it from?
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? Can't just leave this lying around here. Better put it somewhere safe. It's for the 16th student, who's actually the caretaker of the school and tends to the bushes around there. And they have a fucking hedge trimmer that looks like a goddamn murder weapon. Everything up the power side, carried it back to school. Okay, this should be good here for now. The metal shop seemed like as good a hiding place as any. It was already full of guns and landmines and other lethal looking objects. Set the power saw down in the corner of the room and stared at it for a moment. Okay, Tsubasa. So make me a mech suit connected to this power saw, alright? We win. Up close, these blades look even bigger and more deadly. I'm glad I didn't get hit. Whoever that had been brandishing this at me and Hiruko, they were definitely out to kill us. But why? What motive could they have possibly had? I should probably go over the whole incident again. Until the others have stashed the power saw in here next time we're all together.
Is that smart to do?
Closing the metal shop door behind me, I left and went back to my room.
Because, like, if it's one of them, you're like, hey, I put your weapon in this room.
You know, we gotta have some trust with people, but back in my room, I collapsed on my bed exhausted. Looked at the clock and realized half the day was gone already.
Some trust is telling them the story to begin with.
Yeah, I know I ought to be using this downtime wisely to prepare for our next battle, but I just couldn't motivate myself to do any of that today. I still have 3 major mysteries to solve. The first was what had happened last night. What was I doing in the biolab with no memory of how I got there? Why was Hiruko being attacked? The second was the person in the strange black suit. I had no idea who they were, what they were doing here, or why. And the third, my gaze slowly traveled to my desk. I hadn't looked at that strange diary again since putting it away.
Yep.
It couldn't be. Could it? Got it from my bed, opened the desk drawer, and took out the old notebook. This thing still creeps me out. What kind of deranged person had written these illegible words and scribbled this picture of the killer? Looking at it gave me a weird, sicky feeling inside. Like
Sickly.
I was sickly, like I was being drawn into the madness of the page.
That was the signal that the killing game was about to begin. Now we're all going to
Do the thing.
die, die, die,
Yes.
die, 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 die.
Go! Booka, booka. God, it's so good. Darmy's crazed words welled up in the back of my mind. Are the threatening messages in this diary really connected somehow? I wanted to dismiss it all as a meaningless series of pranks, but I still had doubts I couldn't quite dismiss. Those seeds of suspicion were starting to grow, threatening to choke me from the inside. Day 18.
Ding.
Up!
Jesus.
I woke up to the usual morning announcement and slowly got out of bed. I didn't get a chance to talk to Hiruko yesterday. I'll have to track her down today at some point. But first, I should go to the cafeteria and need to tell the others about the power saw. When I arrived, everyone was already there. Everyone except Hiruko. I waited and waited, but she didn't show. In the end, I told the rest of the team that I'd stashed the power saw in the metal shop for now and left. All of you do with that what you will. Ooh, I feel a little calmer in here. I need to change of scenery and find myself visiting the leisure lounge. There's no one here. Ah, that's too bad. I was in the mood to talk to someone.
It looks so calm.
It really does.
I'd love to swim in that pool.
I know, right?
With the waterfalls.
I'd love to find a way. I'd love to climb up the sides and go to the top one and then just like ride a little inner tube off of the big waterfall up there. I wasn't really sure what to do, so I sat on a chair by the side of the pool and gazed at the water for a while. Suddenly got an unpleasant, twisty feeling in my stomach. Why am I so hungry? I just ate a few minutes ago. I'm hungry for blood. What's going on with my stomach? My appetite seems to come and go a lot lately. Reached out for a bottle of water in hopes of quelling my hunger pangs. And as I did...
Oh.
Hello? Oh! Hiruko! A surprised, troubled expression crossed her face. She must not have expected to find me here.
Girl.
I thought I'd finally get to talk to her, but as soon as she saw me, she turned around and began walking away.
That's sus.
Hey, wait! I ran up for Hiruko and grabbed her, wrapping a hand around one of her long, slender arms. That's gonna go well.
Let me go.
Sorry, but I can't right now. I need to talk with you, Hiruko.
I have nothing to say to you.
Hiruko looked away, refusing to meet my eye. She was acting so strange, and I had no idea why. You feeling better? I heard you were sick yesterday. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a few nights ago, when you were attacked in the bio lab. You remember that person with the power saw, right? Where did they come from? Where did they go?
Stop.
What happened that night?
Can you let go of me now? You're going to leave a mark.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I realized I've been holding on to her really hard and let go. I couldn't let her leave just yet. I shifted around and blocked her path to the door.
I've already told you I have nothing to say to you. Stop wasting my time and move aside.
Why are you acting like this? Is there some reason you can't tell me?
Please, just leave me alone.
Huh? Hiruko, where do you... Before I could say anything else, Hiruko shoved me aside, knocking me off balance. Ah! Ow, ow, ow! I fell on my butt with a painful thud.
Ow.
Girl really didn't want to talk to me. I got on my feet to go after her, but she was already gone. Hiruko, why?
So weird.
I had no idea what was going on with her. Why wouldn't she tell me what happened? Why was she avoiding me all of a sudden? I didn't know, but one thing was clear. Hiruko was hiding something.
You don't say.
I can't just give up. I need to find out the truth. I wouldn't get anything out of Hiruko the way she was now. There was plenty of other stuff I could investigate. I decided to clear my mind and look around somewhere else. Maybe she's the one getting weird threats in this timeline.
I
Hey.
don't think so.
Hey, trying to find some positives somewhere. All right, back to free time. Let's oh yeah, we're doing we're doing gifts for Ema.
Ema.
I think it's under cute ornaments where we find
Yep.
Classic.
It doesn't cost much to make too, which is nice.
No, and it spreads it out nice and evenly, which helps out a bit.
Yep.
Because they all seem to cost 60 of something. Or overall. Yes, for you. Get ready to build your collection more and more, buddy. I swear I won't turn you into a fish.
What? Oh. I was so confused for a second.
Listen, for a while there, everyone we're giving our gifts to, they were turning into fish, slowly but surely.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh man, don't miss that.
No.
Now we're back to the nitty gritty, the real stuff, the mystery, the suspense, the angst.
The fish thing was funny for like an hour.
While the surprise was there, then it wore
and
its
then it was- yeah.
welcome pretty quick.
And then I was just like, all right, when can we have our people back?
I didn't get to talk to Hiruko today either. There's still so much I don't know about that girl. I never really got to know her the first time around. Hopefully this time she'll open up to me and we'll all make it through this alive. No, not just hopefully. I'll definitely make that happen. Red flag.
God.
Day 19. Give it up for day 19.
Day 19. Ah!
Bye-bye.
The flashbang
The
every
obnoxious morning
time.
announcement played just like it always did. I thought the person who recorded those announcements is gone now. Made it feel a little uncanny, though. What's the idea of making the 19th a milestone day anyway? All this good round number stuff makes no sense.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I say that last time, too? Shaking off the haze that lingered around my thoughts, I got out of bed. Speaking of the library, I got some business there today. But first, I better have breakfast. Time to go to the cafeteria.
Yeah, a good round number would be like 20.
Stepped in the cafeteria and grabbed some food. For a second, my eyes met Hiruko's from across the room.
Huh?
Oh. There was a moment of silence, and then she turned away. She refused to even look in my direction after that.
Damn.
Sheesh, guess she's still avoiding me. Sighing inwardly, I turned my attention back to my food. When I was done, I made my way to the library. Talk about giving me the cold shoulder. Fuck.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think Darmy found it somewhere around here. Stood in front of the library stacks, thinking back to the day Darmy and I found the strange diary. I still don't completely buy that it has anything to do with what's going on here, but it was worth taking a look at what was here. Might be some kind of clue. And right now I need all the information I can get. I ran a finger along the spines of the books and began pulling them out one by one. My movements got faster, more frantic. I kept going until I'd emptied the entire shelf. How long did I spend doing that?
Like a cartoon.
I completely lost track of time in my desperate search. But eventually, I found something that made me stop and take notice. Ooh, what's this? I lifted up a beaten up old volume with a hard cover.
What is that?
It caught my attention for a simple reason. There wasn't any writing on it. The front cover, back cover, and spine were all completely blank. I looked in the back to see if there was any publication info there, but the last few pages were rotten and crumbled away.
Huh?
Must be really old. I gently opened it to the title page to be greeted by the only text I'd seen so far. The history of the school. The letters were faded and old-fashioned, but I could still read them okay. Come to think of it, aside from the basics, I actually knew remarkably little about this academy. With both Siri and Ego gone, there wasn't anybody I could ask about it. It's not something I've thought about very much, but this isn't exactly a run-of-the-mill school.
No.
I turned the pages, getting a whiff of the musty paper smell that only really old books develop. There's no publication date anywhere, so I had no way of knowing how old it was exactly. I flicked through the pages at random until... Huh? I caught a glimpse of some troubling text.
Oh, great.
Did I see that right? I went back to the page in question, and sure enough, there it was. Notes on the serial murder incidents. There's an S at the end? My
Plural.
heart skipped a beat. A trail of cold sweat ran down my back as I began to read the passage. It detailed a series of ghastly murders that took place at the academy sometime in the past. They started suddenly one day, without any warning. A mysterious figure appeared in the school and started picking off students one after another. Clad in a strange black suit, the killer used bladed weapons like saws and hatchets to massacre their victims. Some students rallied together to try and fight back, but they were all mercilessly cut down. The next day, the academy was sealed off from the outside world. The students prepared to mourn the friends they had lost. But then, the killer came back. Once again, they mowed down student after student, bathing the school in blood. Cries of pain, fear, and hatred echoed throughout the grounds as the students' short lives came to an abrupt, violent end.
Jesus.
And then, just like before, the killer disappeared without a trace. No one knew how they got in to begin with, although some thought they may have passed themselves off as one of the surviving students. No one ever got a definitive answer, and the nightmare still wasn't over. Again and again, the killer would appear seemingly out of nowhere, slaughter a handful of students, then disappear again. Naturally, there were attempts to fight back, but none of them achieved anything. It was as if they were dealing with an unkillable demon. Even now, the killer still stalks these halls, awaiting the time for another massacre. An unkillable demon? This has got to be made up, right? It just doesn't sound realistic. Well, I guess it's not the craziest thing in the world.
Hey, we're basically immortal too. It's not that weird.
I found myself thinking back to the strange diary again. Could it have been written by one of the students who survived these attacks? The information in the old book and the diary matched up a little too well for it to be a coincidence. But the part about the killer still hiding out somewhere in the school? That couldn't be true, could it? Could they have been the one who wrote the threatening message that started all this? No, wait, I shouldn't jump to conclusions. Let's see if there's anything else. I took a deep breath and went back to reading the school history.
There was a black and white bear.
For the next few hours, I immersed myself in urban legends and reports of other strange incidents that supposedly occurred in years long past. Alright, I think that should do it. I spent the entire day reading. Let's go.
Creepy music.
I closed the cover with a sigh, having skimmed through most of what the book had to offer. It covered a wide variety of topics, but it all sounded like things made up for fun rather than describing events that actually happened. Stuff about the serial killer is the only part that feels like it might be important. I don't know if it has anything to do with the power saw maniac I saw, but it's worth thinking about. I'll take this book with me for now. If Darmy finds it'll only fuel her morbid fantasies. It was already dark out. I spent the better part of the day reading. I tucked the book under my shirt, left the library, and headed back to my room.
Ding dong. That's it. No bing bong.
It's all we need, ding dongs.
Like the snack cake?
Yep. Ooh, another day has flown by. There wasn't any enemy attack today, but there's bound to be another one soon. I need to be ready. I should focus on training tomorrow. I'd like to look into the murders that book talked about too. And I still haven't gotten a straight answer out of Hiruko.
Hey!
There's so much I need to deal with, I don't even know where to start. I think I'll just sleep on it. Maybe things will be more clear in the morning. I let out a long, hard yawn and switched off the lights. So ended my 19th day at Last Defense Academy.
Stop.
Day 20.
There, a nice
Big round number.
Nice round number.
Big round number.
Get ready for your 20th day.
Fuck off.
20th day.
Morning again. Actually got a decent night's sleep for once.
Oh, yeah.
Now what should I do
Get
today?
spread.
Should I prepare for our next battle, or I actually better get some breakfast before I make any decisions?
I haven't had any caffeine today, so that yawn hit hard.
Oops.
I'm a little eepy.
You're a little eepster. Hiruko wouldn't pop up on the map for me, would she? Yeah, of course. She doesn't want to talk to me. All right. Let's go ahead and oh, that's the wrong way. Let's go ahead and make more cute ornaments.
God.
I wonder what we're making.
Jesus.
Goodness, you're falling apart over there.
That's like the 4th time I've yawned.
Gotta lock in. Get me my backstory. Yes, shut up.
Wow, Evan.
I want to hear your praise. I want to hear your backstory.
Wow.
My dear sister and I have been on our own since we were very young. After our parents died and our relatives abandoned us, we had to earn our living any way we could. But there weren't a lot of options for a pair of unskilled miners like us. We ended up doing a bunch of underground stuff. Those guys didn't care if we were underage, just so long as we made ourselves useful.
We've got to cook.
You wouldn't believe the things I've done for money. When it comes to protecting my dear sister, nothing is off the table.
Jesus.
I've done things that hurt others. Things that hurt myself. But I made sure to always have a smile on my face so my dear sister wouldn't be afraid. And thanks to the nice ladies who've been patronizing me, my income's been a lot more stable these days. Not only that, but I'll be hailed as a hero once this war is over, right? Sounds like my dear sister and I will finally be able to take it easy.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I mean,
then.
I already knew some of that, but,
Yeah.
you know, from the small things he said before.
Yeah, but really hearing it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah,
you
voice
know.
acted.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? I feel sorry for you here. Go ahead and get a cute standee of your sister for that. Oh man, I mean he's a unit. trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
But he's a little fucked up. Little fucked up in the head. Who's my fucked up little boy? Who's my fucked up son?
For me.
You are. Oh, man.
You and your fucked up purple themed sons.
Yeah, I have a pattern for that. The other day's done. They went by in a flash.
Fucked up, morally gray, purple themed sons.
Better have to sack before I start feeling hungry again. I wasn't all that tired, but I got into bed anyway and forced myself to go to sleep.
Ding.
Uh,
Ding. Oh.
Yep. Always in such a rush, Mr. Samino. Got to the cafeteria and glanced around.
He says from the grave.
Sure enough, Hiruko wasn't there. What's her problem? At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her about that night. No, I can't give up. I'll ask her again today. I have to try.
Morning, Takumi.
I was just taking my tray to the table when Moko called out to me, chipper as ever. Turned around and saw that Nozomi was with her. Hey, you two. You're up and at it early today, huh?
Good morning, Takumi. Want to eat with us?
Sure, thanks. Took a seat opposite the girls. Moko stared at me intently, like she had something to say, but didn't know how to bring it up. Is there something on my face?
No, of course not. I was just checking out your breakfast, that's all. Got a real good balance of macronutrients there. You can have some of my protein powder if you want a little extra, though.
I'm good, thanks.
How about drinks? You want to chug some raw eggs, maybe?
Nope, that's fine. I'm fine.
Aw, party pooper. Well, it's your loss.
Something's up with Moko. What does she really want to talk to me about?
Yeah.
Maybe she's waiting for me to take the first move? But I'll look like a total creep if I'm wrong.
Come on, Moko. Let's just come right out and ask him. I was getting to it. Something this calls for a delicate approach. For all we know, Hiruko's maidenly virtue could be at stake here.
Hup, what about Hiruko?
Whoops, there I go again. Somebody call a plumber. We gotta leave.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, Takumi. I really hope you don't take this the wrong way. But Moko and I have been talking, and we both think you and Hiruko have been acting a little strange lately.
Right, I should have known this was coming.
We didn't want to pry, but it's been going on for a while, so... No. Sorry, hon. We just didn't know how to bring it up.
Don't apologize. It's my fault for making you worry. Their concern was understandable. Things have been awkward between me and Hiruko ever since the incident. But what was I supposed to say? I had no idea why she was avoiding me. Well, some stuff happened, but I'm really not sure how to explain. I struggled to find the right words, but Nozomi did impress me.
It's okay if you don't want to talk about it right now. Just know that when you're ready, we'll be here for you.
Why you make it sound like we just had a rough breakup or something?
Yeah.
Up. Right. Thanks.
His face.
My breath caught in my throat. For just a moment, it felt like I was talking to Karawa again.
I'll see what I can do to soften up Hiruko, too. I know she's the type who likes to be on her own, but she's still a poor, vulnerable maiden at heart.
Thank God she didn't hear you say that.
Even rabbits can die of loneliness. You boys have to show some sensitivity. What does that have to do with it?
I get the feeling this conversation is drifting away from its original topic. I don't have the energy to get back on course, though. I'll just smile and nod until it's over. Smile and wave, boys. After finishing
Smile and
breakfast,
wave.
I said goodbye to Moko Nozomi and went back to my room.
Back to my room.
Back to my room! Okay, what should I do today?
That is not my job.
The idea of this mystery killer still worries me, but the whole thing's kind of sketchy. The invaders are a much more definite threat. I need to be ready for the next time they attack. Guess, even though I said we'd talk to her today, that we're just skipping out on that again. Well, Bima, sounds like you're getting more standees today, buddy. Get ready.
Unless
You're
you
ready
want
to
to try and find her on the map.
This thing that when I was looking before, it's not even putting her on the map because she's not available to do anything with, so they don't let us see her on there. Hiding away in a room.
For me.
Yes.
And then she's right there.
Brother, what is that?
Oh, that's another one? Okay.
I have 47 of these already. I make one every day.
My God.
And now you're giving me double?
47.
Alright, cute ornaments. He's about to go off again. Tell us more. Oh, Prometheus.
What?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I called you Prometheus. What's up?
Do you have some time to spare, Mr. Sumino? Then allow me to tell you about the job that's left the deepest impression on me.
Oh, God.
I was helping a financial firm that gave out black market loans with a ridiculous interest rate of 50% every 10 days.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Needless to mention, only the truly desperate would ever approach a company like that. Gambling addicts, host club regulars, branded goods flaunters, and organizers of highly suspicious events, to name but a few.
One of these things is not like the other.
The CEO once said this of black market financing: "It's an occupation that puts an end to the life of human trash, who pretend to be decent members of society."
Damn.
I didn't quite understand what he meant, but I agree with the concept that in this world, you either take or be taken. And I choose to be on the taking side. No one will ever take the people I care about from me again.
All right.
You don't gotta look at me like that while you're saying that. No one's gonna take anyone from me, especially not my sister, dearest.
God.
All right. Yeah, today was pretty uneventful. It's not to say I don't have any problems. Hiruko the killer, the invaders. Still a lot I need to deal with. Out of all of them, Hiruko's probably the most urgent. If I don't patch things up with her soon, someone else is going to worry.
Everyone
else.
Not someone else.
All right. Tomorrow for sure. Oh, not a ding dong. What the? The alarm? The enemy's attacking now?
Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated.
Gotta love their nighttime attacks. Bang, 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 bang. Alright, so that doesn't mean that Hiruko's not gonna show up for this fight. Oh, I better get going. I was out of bed before the first echoes of the alarm had faded. We can do this. I won't let anybody die this time. Taking the briefest of moments to psych myself up, I rushed out the door and made my way to the war room. A night attack? Seriously, don't these bastards ever sleep? There's a lot more of them than last time, too. They're really going all out.
Huh? Sebastian, do you think maybe the bombers can take them out?
Sorry for the little pause there. We were invaded by a spider in our own apartment.
Yeah, a small spider was descending on a web from the ceiling onto my leg, and I was like, hold on, I need to do something real quick.
But now that we've slayed that invader wave, now we're moving on to this.
Hopefully. I didn't see it die, but I'm
fair,
gonna hope that it is. Anyways.
Yep.
Sorry, it's taking a while to put it all together. There's no way it'll be ready for this battle.
For real? We gotta fight all these enemies by ourselves.
Not Ryuji. Don't worry, I'll fight too.
Oh, really, Kako? Where's this coming from? She made a point of staying out of our battles until now. Not to mention how overprotective Ima is.
I can't just stand on the sidelines and let you all protect me. I've been training hard so I can handle myself out there. Please let me join you.
I'd be happy to have you with us, but are you sure about this? There's nothing I can do when she gets like this. I tried to persuade her to reconsider, but it didn't work. She even threatened to sever our sibling bond. The idea was so distressing, I passed out on the spot.
The point is, I'm fighting and there's nothing you can do about it. Don't interfere, brother dearest.
I've been training too, by the way. If push comes to shove, I'll jump in and protect my dear sister. I'll fight too, I'm sorry about before. You too, Shama?
Sure.
You don't gotta worry about this guy. I've trained him up so he won't embarrass himself. That's right. I've gone from being mold on a bathroom floor to mold on a toilet seat. It's a huge upgrade.
Is it? Nice to see you guys finally showing some backbone. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's unproductive parasites.
Well, they did take care of the school back when that threatening message forced us to leave. But with this intruder on the loose, it might actually be more dangerous for them to hang back while the rest of us go and fight.
That's a good point. You coming too, Darmy? I don't know. I'd love to show up as a mutilated corpse waiting for you when you get back. It's just a classic killing game opening. Yeah! But I guess it could be fun to go wild and massacre a bunch of enemies too. Alright, I'm in.
That's the spirit.
Now that that's decided, we shouldn't waste any more time. We'll be mobilizing all team members for this battle. Team leader, give the order.
Only if you talk to me. Right. It's been so long since Hiruko spoke to me, she caught me off guard. There's no time to get flustered, though. I need to focus on the battle. No need for all that. We've had they'll have had the full crew so many times. Not Ava this time anymore.
Yeah.
After I put all that work in upgrading. Yeah. All right. Right, I can skip that now. Annihilate all enemies, Mr. Samino.
You're going to war.
You're going to war, kid. What, you think you're done? Bitch, you've only got 22 endings. You're not even close yet. How many hours you got in this game? Fucking 85, close to 90?
Uh-oh.
What gives? I can't see the enemy in this. We're sitting ducks out here.
Sir Takumi, how are we to deal with this mist?
We'll do the same thing we did in my future.
Kako, make your way outside the mist and snipe the enemy from a distance.
From a distance.
Ima, you'll have to cover her. Both of you. Hurry.
So, I just protect my dear sister from any harm that comes her way? Now that I can do.
I know.
Okay.
Thanks for that, Hiruko.
Yeah, how
Don't
did she
waste time
know?
talking. Concentrate on the battle.
No enemy approaching.
How did she know what to do?
Listen, that same thought crossed my mind. I don't know. All right, time for wave 2 to finish, which is just breaking the machines.
Is
and
this
then we
the
gotta
run
wait for-
when she was like, no, that's not the commander or whatever?
I think technically
This commander,
no.
is she?
There's a lot that's going on in all of these, but
Yeah, she's the one we took prisoner in my future.
I'm here this time. I won't allow that kind of worthless sentiment.
okay.
Damn.
But
We'll talk about this later. We have to defeat her first.
Hey, girl, hey.
What's up? Bye. We're gonna kill you, maybe, or do. I don't know what we'll do with you right now, but I guess we're gonna find out. Got it. I think we're not gonna worry about them.
Yeah.
It's all in the past. Annihilate the enemy boss. And Thanos snap, done.
Thanos snap.
Yep.
In 2025? Wow.
Yeah, we won. Now we just have to finish off the commander.
Oh,
Oh.
shouldn't be too hard. She's basically on our way already out.
What? She's on her way already out?
Did we look down at the defeated commander?
You want to try that again?
No.
huh? Did she just say something?
My name is Ava, the paragon of nature. I beg of you, please spare my life.
And we learned she never wanted to fight.
Yeah?
I surrender. I'll come quietly, so just let me live. I don't want to die.
Also, you got a bomb inside you, so. Terrified invader raised a trembling hand and brought it to her mask. And she removed the reveal of what was underneath. It's a
there
girl.
It is.
This is the commander's true face? She's no different from us.
It's just like you said, Takumi. You'd almost think she was human.
She looks roughly the same age as us as well. This certainly isn't what I expected to be concealed under that mask.
Speaking of masks, didn't you say something about that too, Takumi? Don't the commanders consider removing their masks a sign of surrender?
Yeah, that and a way of showing respect to your opponents.
And it's one of their religious teachings they never go against, right?
That's if what Takumi told us is true, anyway.
Oh, do we gotta find out who's lying now? Who should we string up first?
Oh my god.
Her taking off her mask makes no difference. Hurry up and kill her.
Oh boy.
What?
But doesn't that seem a little cruel?
Not as cruel as attacking at night and trying to kill us in our beds.
She's also the reason Ima had to get turned into Sirei, right? Personally, I think that operation sounds like an interesting challenge. How about you, Ima?
Good question. It's a tough choice, all right.
What's so tough about it? She caused you so much suffering in the future. She's just going to betray us again this time. There's no point sparing an enemy if it means losing an ally later. I'm with Kako on this one. Besides, people People who hide their true faces should never be trusted.
That's not very convincing coming from Miss Osuzuki.
If we're gonna kill her anyway, can't I keep her as a research subject? I'd love to see what invaders' bodies are like on the inside.
Wait, please. I don't know anything about this previous timeline you're talking about, but I would never defy God's teachings. I've lost the battle. I surrender. You can do what you want with me, but please, don't kill me.
Commander's pleas are getting more and more desperate.
Takumi, please. I really think we should spare her. We can't kill someone who's this afraid to die. Can we?
Well, Mr. Sumino, what's it to be?
Oh shit.
Takumi, brother dearest, stand aside.
Oh.
If you won't kill her, I'll do it myself. I need to get stronger, and this is the fastest way to do that.
Hey, whoa, hey.
Damn, girl.
Please, don't kill me.
Takumi, can't you do something? We've already won the battle. Can't we just let her live?
Listen, you tell me past me, missed my shot. I have a second chance. Let me in, coach. Anger, sadness, pity, desperation, fear. Everywhere I looked, somebody looked back at me with a different expression. They're all waiting for me to make the call. It wasn't an easy decision, but I knew what I had to do.
We're not going to kill her.
Huh?
Let's take her prisoner like before.
They've never let us choose on her fate before, which I've found interesting. Every single
Yeah.
time he's actually made the call.
What?
Or someone else
Have
has.
you lost your feeble excuse for a mind?
Why kill Ado but let this invader live?
Yeah, that looks
If you're gonna
bad.
make
It really
these
does.
Big decisions. Can't you be a little more consistent?
I didn't want to kill Ato, but I had to keep everyone safe.
And this isn't Big Hemo safe?
Yeah.
We'll learn from the mistakes we made in my future and keep security on our prisoner extra tight.
But she could still escape or turn on us some other way.
Our team leader has made his decision. We have to abide by it.
She's pissed.
And since we can understand the invader's language now, it could provide a tactical advantage too. If we take this commander prisoner, we can interrogate her and potentially learn something that will help us out later.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not just going soft here. You've got to believe me.
I suppose that makes sense. What do you think, Lady Kako?
If there's a proper reason for it, I guess that's okay.
I hadn't expected Hiruko to be so supportive, but thanks to her, the mood was starting to change. Everyone was still clearly conflicted, but they were starting to come around to the idea I'd proposed.
I'm in favor of taking the commander prisoner.
Same here! So what if she escaped into Kumi's future? We just gotta make sure that doesn't happen this time.
Exactly.
Fine. If you're all going to insist, I guess I'll go along with it.
I think we should spare her too. I'll help take care of her and everything.
If we need to torture her at
There
any
it
point,
is.
Can you let me do it?
Whatever you say, dog.
What kind of screams do invaders make? Just imagining it is giving me goosebumps.
Keep it in your pants, dude.
Will you stop?
Sir Yugamu, tell your little Yugamu to calm down.
God damn it.
Forget the commander. Someone put this guy in a cage.
Sounds like the matter's decided. The rest is up to you, team leader.
First things first, let's get her into a cage. We'll use a sturdier lock than we did in my timeline too.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd never forgive myself if I died here. No matter what, I need to make it home one day.
Now that blowing us
Still
up,
has
right?
not managed to do that.
Some of the drones take the prisoner away and locked her up in the courtyard. We were all exhausted from our late night battle. We staggered back to our rooms afterwards for some well-earned rest.
22 different endings, and they never led to her going home.
Yet.
Yeah.
Still plenty of chances.
Yeah.
One might say 78 chances. Ooh, I can finally get some sleep. You know what? We're gonna see what the day holds for us, and hopefully not with any dead of our classmates. Next time.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Some kind of monsters on the loose. Some
Really.
serial killer.
What do you think that is?
I have no idea.
Some kind of like ghost or something, or.
Genuinely no idea. Not enough information
And
yet.
why is
Please ask
Hiruko
again
being
later.
so sus?
That's more to it.
She's always been sus.
That's fair,
But
yeah.
she just gets increasingly more sus.
Yep.
Ah!